Okay, we are coming in live. I'm going to put a little filter on this because it looks
Why
really
not?
with a filter. Let's do this.
It's Friday.
Let's do this one. This one's cute. That one makes us look a little bit ghost-like. Let's go with this one. Okay, everyone, welcome. We're live. We've only got one more live in our series, which is... Oh, let me change the camera on this because... I'm going to end this and start again because that's all.
Okay, we're just having a little change on Facebook here. This makes us look really brown though, this filter.
I know,
like
this one's nice.
Look, I look orange. Why do I look orange? You look like a normal colour, but I look really orange.
Strange. Okay, you can just talk while I'm going to set this up.
Okay, so yeah, this is the last one that we're doing in this series. So feel like a bit sad about that today, but really excited to be chatting all things audience and building fans that are going to buy from you, because I know that's where lots of you guys are growing your businesses right now, and it's obviously really, really important that you know how to nurture your audience and grow it in a way that's full of ideal clients, which is what we've done at Boss Babe and what we love teaching about as well. We're still having problems with this Facebook camera, aren't we?
No, it's fine.
We're good?
Yeah.
So some flickering.
No, we're all good. Yeah, so like Danielle's saying, I'm just going to wait for the Boss Babe Live to open, and then we should be good and ready to go. Facebook's having a bit of a thing, but
it's Friday.
I know. So like Danielle was saying, we are coming on here. This is going to be our last one in this series, but let us know if you like these. Go comment on a post and let us know, or if you prefer if we do like live trainings, like how do you prefer to receive content from us. And basically on this training we want to talk about how you can build an audience of buyers.
Yeah.
Now, how many people are really wondering, how do I attract the right people to my audience? How do I make these people actually follow me? How do I sell to my audience? Let me know if this is something that you've been wondering. And oh my god, I have so many viewers on my account this morning. Thanks for joining. Oh good lord, let me know where you're coming in from. Do you see that what I just did? Oh god, I'm like really messing things up.
Why did you touch it?
Oh, it's because the laptop's touching it. Someone said please don't stop these lives. Oh. Yes, Jessica said yes. Okay, did anyone catch that on there? So basically, I want you to ask yourself this one question. If you're wanting to know how to build an audience of buyers, I want you to reframe that completely, because it's actually the wrong question to be asking completely. You want to be asking yourself, how do I build an audience with demand? So the reason that that's completely different to building an audience of buyers is every single person is a buyer. Like, we're all buying toilet paper, let's be honest. Every single person is a buyer. And so for us to be asking, how do I build an audience of buyers, is actually the completely wrong question. It's, how do I build an audience with demand for my product, with demand for what I'm doing? Because you might be saying, well, I've got these 1,000 people on my account, but they're just not buyers. I call bullshit, because they're buying other people's products, they're buying toilet paper, they're buying food, they're buying stuff that is not buying what you're selling. And so there's a disconnection problem there. So to build an audience with demand, you really want to be thinking about how you demonstrate value. Want to talk about that, or do you want me to keep going?
I thought you were in mid-sentence.
Okay,
Wow.
So to be demonstrating value, it's not just, okay, I'm going to create an Instagram account and then I'm going to show up and tell them I've got 3 spots left and I'm going to sell out my programs. It doesn't work like that. Hi Vanessa. She's like, I call bullshit. I knew that's what you would put out. And so it's really about building that know, like, and trust factor with them, which unfortunately does not happen overnight. You don't just build an Instagram account, get a few followers, and then they know, like, and trust you and want to buy from you. It's very much about starting. If you're starting from scratch, and we can talk about this, if you're starting from zero, okay, how do I first of all get this audience to know you? Well, you have to actually share some stuff that's relevant about yourself, because if they don't even know anything about you, I can bet you they're not going to be buying from you. So start with sharing, and you can have boundaries, of course, and you can think about how it works with your personal life, but start sharing things that you're interested in. Every single one of you know, morning tonic, morning coffee, that's my shit, right? So I'm sharing stuff about my life.
And I think you teach this actually in one of our courses as well, where you always talk about the pillars, right? Or your stickers, so the things that you're like, okay, these are the things from my personal life that I'm happy sharing. So like you say, it doesn't have to be everything, because I think there's a misconception that people have to share, like if they're going to show up on Instagram, they have to share anything and everything, and that's not what it's like. You can choose to have these like certain topics you are comfortable talking about.
Yeah, and I teach all of this in IGA, but I actually have my own presentation about myself, hello Capricorn, where I have things I like, things I don't like not business things, like actual things I like, wine, coffee, healthy food, things I don't like, people that complain, people that send me feedback when I don't ask for it. Like I have a list of things I like and things that I don't like, and those are the things that I want to share with my audience, right? And so I want to invite them into my life, and I don't just want to be showing up as this kind of persona. I want to be showing up in a way that invites them into my life. So that's the first thing. The second thing is building that like factor. Now, a lot of people don't like to hear this, but to be liked, you probably have to be somewhat polarizing, because how many people do you know that I'm not going to say that person's wrong, even though I think they're wrong. I'm not going to disagree with them. I'm going to go along with everything. I'm just going to be that happy go along person with everything. People don't dislike those people. They don't really love them either. People don't want nodding dogs and certainly don't want to be following nodding dogs on Instagram. People want to connect with people. Everyone's like, no. People want to connect with people with personality, and that's how you build that like factor. You be yourself, and and polarizing doesn't mean you have to show up in ways and say, by the way, I hate when you send me feedback that I'm not asking for.
I mean, being rude.
Like there's a way of being, and it's not even rude, right? Like that's one.
It's not.
But it's not about being polarizing and saying I hate Donald Trump, I love Donald Trump, whatever that's polarizing, right? It's not about being that far out. It's about being yourself and being willing to say things that, I'm getting so many comments, this is amazing. So happy to have you on here. It's about saying things that you truly believe in. And so, so keep being weird. Maybe I'll find my people. 100% keep being weird. That really, really works. So you've got the no, you've got the like, and then you want to build the trust. And that's where your expertise comes in, and you share your subject matter expertise, whether it's business, gaming, health, whatever it is. That's where you share that. But if you're a personal brand and you're trying to build an audience of demand, you have to be doing all of those three things. You can't just show up and build all this expertise, because I know, especially if people are wanting to buy from you, they want to understand you. And it's like if you're going to invest in a health coach, I'll speak for myself. If I'm going to invest in a health coach, I'm not going to invest in a health coach. This must be a Capricorn thing. Yeah, if I'm going to invest in a health coach, I'm not going to invest in someone that doesn't agree with alcohol, that doesn't have any sugar in their diet. Like, there's certain elements of my lifestyle that I'm not willing to give up, and I want to find someone that's not going to shame me for what I want to do. And in fact, I'm going to find someone that can challenge me and is going to hold me accountable, but is in line with my beliefs. And I always say it on my webinars, if you come as like, don't buy from me if I haven't been where you want to go, or I haven't got any experience doing what you want to do, because I don't know that I'm going to be able to support you. And you should always look for that in any mentor or anyone you're buying from.
Yeah, I think that's really a key thing, isn't it? Like, really, like, allowing, like, when you're showing up, you want to be approachable, and you also want to allow people to see things in you. And when you open up to certain things, and when you share your stories, and we always talk about the power of story, right? And I think that's what actually, showing up on Instagram and building an audience really creates, is them to see like the power of your story, which is like a continuous narrative. And so if you can understand like what the topics are that you're continuing to talk about, and the story that you're taking, on the journey that you're taking your audience on, that's when they're going to keep reading, that's when they're going to keep watching, that's when they're going to keep showing up, that's when they're going to keep liking, trusting you, so that then they do, like you said, started off by saying, you create that demand where they do want to invest with you.
And I just had a really interesting question. What if your personality is not likable? So I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you and say every single personality is likable, because they're simply not. But there's a difference, right, between being yourself and being a dick. So think about being yourself. Being yourself is being your weird, fun, unapologetic, all-out self, right? Being a dick is perhaps being that unintegrated version of yourself, the version of yourself that's unwilling to do the work, who shows up rude, who isn't really willing to take personal responsibility, who is negative. Like, those traits are not me being weird and me being myself. It's me being a dick. And so there's a big difference between that. So I just want to say, because there's a big, like you said, polarizing isn't being rude. There's a big misconception that being yourself means you can be rude, and it really isn't the case. And I'm sure there are some people that do well like that online, but every single person on here is not that, and I know the person who posted that isn't that. And so if you can check in and be like, I know I'm being full out myself, I'm being unapologetically who I am, then there are people that are going to be attracted to you. And generally what happens is when you show up as your full self, you give other people permission to do the same. Other people that might be sitting on the sidelines like, oh, I really want to show up dancing or doing this on my stories, but no one else is doing it, and I like, it would be weird. When you show up in a way that's fully yourself, like for me, I can just speak for my audience. So on my personal account, on my personal Instagram account, I was just telling Danielle, the most incredible community on there. And I don't know how, well, I kind of do know how I've done it, but I've been able to build an amazing community of women who are so like me, who are, I was just yesterday sharing how psycho I am with my Google Calendar and color coordinated. I cannot tell you how many DM responses I got with pictures of their calendar. They're exactly the same as me. Or when I show up as on Sassy Sundays, I didn't even intend for this to be a thing, and all of a sudden it spread like wildfire and everyone's being sassy. And so it really does, you do attract the people that are going to really resonate with your message, and your audience is completely different to mine, and we are going to attract that, and it's okay. And you want to have an audience of people that just know you, they like you, they trust you, and that's where that audience of buyers comes from.
Yeah, completely. And I think, like you say, it's like knowing as well that your audience is like always different. Like, you know, a lot of you might be watching and go, oh yeah, I'm sure that Danielle and Natalie have exactly the same audiences. Like they both work in Boss Babe or co-found Boss Babe. Like they're exactly the same. Like Natalie and I have very different personalities, and we show up in a different way, and we talk about different things. And so it naturally does mean that some people will gravitate more towards Natalie and some people will gravitate more towards me. And I think the important thing to recognize is like, that's okay. And because we're just always our authentic self, there's nothing worse than trying. And this is one thing I would say, right? You know, if you are showing up on stories and you want to be going with your audience, don't try and be something that you're not, because it will make you really, really unhappy. And we had the pleasure of going to Puerto Rico and met some most amazing creators and really, really successful. And one of them was telling me that actually how many creators can end up actually really upset and depressed because they've put this mask on this whole time and it's really not them. And so one thing I would really say is like, really spend some time understanding like who you are, what your values are, and even just writing them down can make that so much clearer, so that you always have like your North Star of who you are and where you're going, versus trying to fit into a certain someone else's idea of who you should be. I think that's just really important for like your growth and longevity in growing your audience and being able to show up, because the worst thing you can do is, like I said, keep showing up as somebody else. That mask will tire, you'll become not very happy with what you're doing, and ultimately your buyers or your audience and your community will see through it eventually.
Yeah, and I just want to share, by the way, we're not perfect, and I was like that when I first started Instagram. I was trying to share things that I thought people wanted to see. I was trying to share things that were getting popular on Instagram, and I was trying to fit into this personal brand, and I wasn't swearing, and I was not myself at all. Like, I do curse and I do speak my mind, and I went through a phase where I was really scared to do that because it was triggering for people around me, which thank God I changed my circle. But I really did try and put myself in a box of, this is how people want to see me, this is how I should show up. And actually, the minute that I started showing up as my full self and was like, you know what, I'm willing to get a new circle, I'm willing to lose some followers, but I'm going to be way happier for it. The opposite happened, and I actually was able to just build an amazing tribe of people that are just like me, who I can have amazing conversations with in my DMs, and that really does come from being authentic. But we definitely haven't always got it right. Like, everything we teach, by the way, we can teach you because at some point we've done it wrong, or at some point we've experienced it. So please never listen to this and think, oh my God, they totally got their shit together, because we're still going through our learning journeys too.
Yeah, I think that's a really important thing to acknowledge as well, because also one thing I think that's really important with owning that is that also it's just us showing up as we are. Like, if we pretend like we know everything and we're perfect, then we're going to be like, we're not true to ourselves and we're really happy. So that's just a lesson in like us practicing what we preach. We're telling you, look, we're not perfect, we're just figuring out things, and you know, we might be a step ahead of a few of you and be able to teach you, you know, what we've learned along the way, but we don't have everything figured out all the time, you know. That's just the case it is. But one thing I would say, and talking about community and all other community, I've literally just got off. Natalie wasn't on it, but I just did a coffee chat with the society, which was so much fun this morning. And the community on there is amazing. Like, just so nice for them to like show up. And today we're talking all about like females that inspire you. And it was so good seeing the names coming through there. We had like people like Marie Folio, Sarah Blakely. I was showing that she's mine because I actually, in fact, just sharing my Instagram, I love about Sarah that she just shows up like completely unapologetic in who she is. She's just like, this is me. My house is a mess right now. These are my kids. Like, I love that she does the pancakes on Sundays in her pajamas. And you know, that's why I love Spanx. I'm like, yeah, I'll buy Spanx. I want to support Sarah, even though they're like a huge company. So that's like the power of audience as well.
Yeah, so for context, the coffee morning is basically this thing we're doing every single Friday within the society. So the society is our membership community. It is the Netflix for female entrepreneurs. It's absolutely amazing. Probably everyone on this live is a member. Tell me if you're a member. If you're not a member, what are you doing? You need to be a member. But we're doing this every single week where we're showing up and putting you in really small groups where you can connect and get to know one another. We did it for the first time last week, and my inbox was flooded with messages from you telling me what kind of connections and collaborations you've been able to make. And this really is the way to move forward in your business. This is the way to really grow. I just announced this morning I'm speaking at an amazing conference alongside some incredible people. Like, I'm totally having to pinch myself. And I was thinking about, okay, so if I'm going to teach the women in our community how to do this, how did this even begin for me? And I traced it back. I traced it all back. You know, I like to trace things back. Traced it all back, and I was like, it all started with community and being introduced to people and showing up fully in my relationships. And so that's a big reason of why we want to do this. So it's incredible. You can join every single Friday. And if you didn't already know, the society is currently open for enrollment. If you go to bossip.com/membership, it's $35 a month. Risa said, I'd rather have a society membership than Netflix, lol. I feel you.
Love this. There's a few people that's live saying, yeah, like, you should, how can they become a member?
This is the best resource and community on the internet. Insane value, like beyond belief, so much content. So it's just bossip.com/membership, or you can DM me. I live in my DMs, which you'll probably know by now. And I can support you in letting you know if it's right for your business. But if you want to sign up and you're like, yay, Beige said I just joined. But if you're ready to join and you're ready to just take that leap, then we have got you. Anyone who is doubting it, do it. I love it. So much love. Connection within the community is a total game changer. It really is. And I know we're just talking about the connection piece, but that's just one part of what makes a society amazing. There's the resources, the mentoring, the connection, the group. It's amazing. So
yeah, because we basically have as well, we were chatting, we have like 4 calls. There's one like every single week. So we do mindset calls, we do we have guest experts in doing calls, we do a goal setting call every single month, we do a business coaching call every single month, and actually we have the coffee chat as well. So we have 5 now a month. So you're completely wild out.
You have a coffee one a week. There's 8 calls a month.
Yeah.
8,
but it's twice a week. Like,
twice a week. Yeah, I know.
You were like,
I know it because I've been writing the copy. I was like, holy shit, we've got 8. No one in the industry is doing this. Like, guys, this is 8 calls a month. Sorry, 8 calls a month. No one in the industry is doing this for $35 a month. This is crazy. What's a 620k launch kit? Can you explain that? Yes. So if you join us annually, you get some amazing bonuses, and one of them is the 620k launch kit, which is basically everything we did to get a 620k launch delivered to you. So you can get that as a bonus if you sign up annually. The society changed my life, giving me the strength to really grow my brands.
I love this. Jessica said it's an investment. It's going to help you make money, so it doesn't cost you anything like a new pair of shoes does. I 100% agree with that. Like this, I always say sometimes people think they're spending money. You're not. You just change it into a different form, and you're going to get more out the other side. Like it's a complete no-brainer. The amount of value and just seeing. What was really amazing on the conversations that I've been having on the last 2 days, because I did a call on Thursday as well, was how many women have actually grown their business in time. There's a complete myth right now that, you know, businesses are not growing at all. It's all doom and gloom. But actually what we're seeing in society is women are having their biggest months. We had Karen on yesterday talking about retail. She said, like, this is the most amazing time to get your products into retail. She's like, the buyers are home. They're taking on new clients. They're taking on new products. And it was just... a real like mindset shift for everybody, and we're really seeing that in society going, hey, actually I'm growing in this, I'm loving quarantine, like I'm saving time, like I can focus on my, you know, business with full focus, and they're growing it. So it's really, really amazing to see.
So much actual knowledge, like actionable value and knowledge to do straight up. Someone was asking a question about IGA. So if you've got any specific questions about IGA, that's our Insta Growth Accelerator, drop me a DM on my personal account and I'll support you, and I can take a look at your profile and let you know if it's going to be a fit for you. So many of you I can see are members. So if you want to check it out, go to bossip.com/membership. That's it.
You'll see it all there.
Yeah, it's all there. You can drop us any questions you've got, and we will be ending launch on Monday. So get on in there, my friends. Get on in.
What is that?
Get on in there.
Oh, you should have heard yesterday. I did an impression of your voice to Ellis that did not sound like you at all, and I was like, I didn't know.
it.
No, because it didn't, and it was
Try
hilarious. And then I just felt bad that I gave you a squeaky voice.
Try it.
No, I can't.
Yeah, I just did an American voice. Tell us.
That
just
was
do
American?
it. Come on in there, friends. Yeah.
No, I can't.
Yeah.
What? I can't think of it. Say something you would say that's Geordie.
I don't know about that.
A book. I want to read my book.
People listening will be like, wait, don't you both have the same accent? We're from America, we don't get it. No, we don't. I'm from the very north. I have a very different accent to what
And I'm
Danielle
from the
does.
middle.
I think she's from the south, but she says it's the middle. Anyone south of Newcastle to me is southern. Everyone on here from Newcastle will.
And if you watch, like, what was it?
Vanessa said, Natalie says bookman. I do if I'm trying to speak properly. Not if I'm not trying to speak properly and I'm not thinking about it, then I'll say it how I normally say it.
I love it.
Vanessa will agree that you're southern.
Well, you know, that's like, guys, because you're like on the border of the wall. I want to be like Game of Thrones, like south of the wall, north of the wall. You're like on the wall.
I am the wall. I grew up in a place called here.
I grew up on the wall. Taking a turn.
I know. Sorry, guys. Okay, well, we'll leave it there before we all go crazy. Your IG story fighting about accents was the most hilarious. I know you all love it when I share that
the Graham one.
See, this is what I'm saying.
Graham.
Graham.
So basically, for those of you who missed it, we were talking about graham crackers. They call them graham crackers in America. I thought they were Graham crackers, and Natalie pronounces it Graham. Danielle says Graham.
Yeah, that's Graham crackers.
Graham. So anyway, but neither was right. It was Graham.
Yeah, in America, but we're
which
right
doesn't even make sense either. Like they're missing out half of the word. What's the H even doing in there?
Yeah, I don't even know. But see, I'm going to bring this all back, right? Because this is us just being ourselves. And this helps us just build a community of people just like us who are weird and funny and like silly and don't care.
I love that you just called us funny.
Yeah, Danielle, I think I'm funny. I think I'm a funny person.
Sometimes.
And it's that unapologetic confidence that we all need on a Friday, my friends.
Beyond maternity, definitely Graham. Thank you. Graham. There we are. We've got loads of Grahams. We should have a poll on this.
Oh my god, Vanessa just said something that's been on my mind for a really long time, guys, and I haven't shared it with anyone before. Yes. But I'm about to.
I don't know if you can share this one.
Vanessa said, I don't know how Craigslist is Craigslist. I don't either. Craig, in the UK we say Craigslist, and in the US they say Craigslist.
And we have a good friend called Craig. It took me ages. I used to get anxiety about saying his
Greg.
name.
Is it Craig or Greg? We don't know, friends. We just kind of go with the flow.
It's a real thing. We have these challenging names. And when you're used to saying, I grew up with a friend at school, he was called Craig, so I just call him Craig, and then I meet this new guy who's American, and I'm like,
Craig,
I'm getting anxious before I'm saying it.
Are you Graham? This is what quarantine is doing to us. It's kind of sending us crazy, but we're surviving. Actually, this is quarantine real life. My shower head fell off. It just fell off.
She's like, can I use your shower? And I was like, why? And then she just held out. I was like, oh, okay.
So not everything is going swimmingly during quarantine life. It literally just fell off. And now we've got to figure out, can we go pick up a shower head? So I had to use Danielle's shower when I wasn't washing my hair yesterday, but because I was washing my hair today, so I could survive with it, but it's literally like a hose. The water just comes flying out the wall. It's super powerful. So you're washing your hair like...
Oh, that would be good. I could give it a
No,
hand
because
massage.
it's like really thin. It's like targeted.
It sounds like having a welling pee on your head.
And I tried to fix it yesterday on my own, so I went out in the garage and got that big red tape and tried to put the shower head on and turned it on, and the whole thing just went and flying off. So now there's like a little bit of red tape stuck on it, which just looks super junky. So,
and also, I was like...
Melissa said mid-shower. Luckily, mid-shower for Steven, and he's really annoying me right now because also quarantine life, so when it happened, I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. And then I was good because I had to get in and it was like that.
Yeah, they said the boys just reckon they fixed it. Also, is anyone else happening with their husbands? I'm hoping my husband's not on here, but I did see him earlier. They all of a sudden think there's some like DIY Joe, and like they're like, oh yeah, we can do this, and they were basically, we asked
what
them
are they
to
doing?
Well, no, and they were putting that green screen up, and they were like putting dots on as if they knew.
Oh
like,
yeah.
And I'm like, what about like
That
the
was
electrics?
the
And they were like making out they do all this. They were basically making out to each other. They do DIY all the time. Greg never does DIY.
Steven doesn't do it.
And then I'm like, Natalie, Steve, Greg's making out he knows DIY. He doesn't. Don't trust him. And then Steven's
He was me. Yeah, because they're both... I obviously know Steven doesn't do DIY. Danielle knows Greg doesn't. But they're telling you... So we're thinking that, okay, one person has got this under control.
Yeah.
They got it up, but they were definitely sweating and losing their shit a little bit.
It's when they pretend they're their plumbers. That's what I'm worried about next. Like, what if this, could end up in a worse situation than it started?
I mean, I'm going to take the lead on the shower thing, so we'll see.
Well, I'm in more safe hands with you.
Val said, can you make more of these videos? Well, we were just saying this morning, I don't know if we're going to keep doing these lives, but maybe we will if we can just actually talk about fun stuff too, because we like the fun stuff. We like to do the fun things.
Oh my god, that's one thing we should talk about too.
What?
When we talk with our mouths like this.
Oh yeah.
Because is anyone else doing that on Zooms?
When you want to yeah, I mentioned that yesterday, but you don't want everyone to see that you're talking and you want to be fully paying attention.
Yeah, on the Zooms, because now everyone can see you all the time.
Paula said, Greg, you can't even hang a picture. I love that we've got family on here. We've got it. Nope, not my husband. I'm the DIY with the power tools. Yeah, I think it's a boss babe thing. We just get shit done.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like, Greg's... And Mum, you're right. Greg would never even hang pictures, so all of a sudden...
Neither does Steven.
Oh, wow.
Steven's the kind of person that I'm like, shall I get a task rabbit in to come and do this? No, we're not gonna spend money on that. I'll get it done. All right, so when are you gonna get it done? At the weekend. Okay. And then like 10 weekends later, did you get a chance to do that? Natalie, I've had a lot on my plate lately. So shall I get a task rabbit in? No, it's gonna get done. Can you just get off my case?
You are the most impatient person ever, though.
Well, impatient or quick to act.
I love it. What's this you started doing? I love this. That should be our little thing.
I do this sometimes on lives when you're not here.
Oh, give it a little like that. Do you miss me when I'm not on the live?
Sometimes. I do. It's a lot to do.
We're quarantined together.
No, it's a lot to do a live on your own because it's like a monologue,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, I know. I felt like that when I did mine.
Yeah, it's nice when you can tag team and like.
But you don't have to do this on the pictures.
I know. We have to try and squeeze
And
in,
like,
so it's definitely a little bit
time
easier.
I get half a face on Natalie's.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's pros and cons.
We should probably go and do some work now.
Yeah. Okay. I love how Natalie pronounces the word done. Done. It's like, it's a very final done, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not like it's
Just
done.
because you like enunciate the D with an accent.
Fully done. Taken care of.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll leave it there, friends. I'm going to go write an email right now. If any of you are impatient or quick to act, you can all use that. Take that. My parting gift to you. I'm going to go write a confidential email right now. So if anyone is on our email list, I'm going to be sending that out in the next half an hour. I'm going to recap a couple of things that we chatted about here, let you know about the society, all the things. So look out for that in your inbox. And tomorrow we are hosting a virtual retreat for our mastermind women, which is going to be amazing. We're really, really excited for that. And then Sunday we'll be chilling. And Monday we might be back on here. We'll let you know.
On Sunday after this busy week.
Maybe.
It's going to be amazing tomorrow though.
Yeah.
I got all the things planned. That's what I'm doing this afternoon. Just tying up some loose ends, making sure we're ready to go.
Love it. Okay. Bye, friends.
Bye.